Good day, class. For our next lecture, I created a script called the P1 Display Override. I will just explain to you shortly this display function or display syntax. So display with a close open parenthesis. Okay. So what does this do is we can uh, display a string or a variable or a string or a value of a variable in the command window. Okay? So if we have x is equals to 3 plus 7, then put some semicolon, or then y is equals to x times 9. Okay? So if we run this or press F5, it will the program will run, but the answers for x and y will not appear at the command window. Okay, so to make it to display it, okay, we will use what we call the display. Okay, the display syntax. Close open parenthesis. Then let's put the x. Okay, so then F5. Okay, it will display the value of x, which is 7 plus 3. If you want also this to display the variable x, okay, we will make the variable x a string. So what is a string? In computer programming, okay, let's just clear the workspace. In computer programming, strings are text, okay, or variable or numbers or letters that or belong to the program when it runs. Okay, it's unlike the comments. The comments, when you run the program, the comments will not appear in the command window, but the strings will appear at the command window. So for example, to display, close open parenthesis, within the close open parenthesis, we will use either of the two quotation mark. If either of the two quotation marks, okay, the single or the double, and inside of it we will put our variable x. If you want to put some equals, okay, let's put some equals. Okay, so let's run F5. Now we have now the x is equals to 10. Okay. If you want to display the y, just copy this. V, A, and Y. Clear all. Then CLC. Okay, then F5. Okay, we have now the x equals 10, then y is equals to 90. Okay. So again, strings can be text. Okay. So let's put some semicolons here. Okay. Or not semicolons. If we don't want to run these programs, we can make them comments by adding a percent symbol from the start of the syntaxes. Okay. Or let's try to make them all comments by highlighting them, then right click. Okay, then make them comment. Then click the comment or Control R. Okay, so all of them are comments now. Then if you want to uncomment them, just right click, then click uncomment. Okay, but I will make them comments because I don't need them for my next example. My next example is I want to display my name. Okay, I want to display my name, Mikko. Yan. Okay, I forget the quotation marks. Again, you can choose any of the two quotation mark, any of the two quotation marks, the single quotation or the double quotation. Then F5, my name will appear at the command window. Okay, so you can display a text in the command window, okay, using the display syntax. Okay, now what is override? Okay, so I will just let this Mikko to appear. Okay, the command override, or sorry, the override or the variable override. Let's make a double percent down here to explain the double override, or sorry, the variable override. Override. Variable override is used in computer programming to lessen the use of variables, because in computer programming you will use uh, too many variables, or you will create too many variables and use them for your projects, okay, in computer programming. So too many variables can uh, may cause confusion, okay, in finishing your project, because too many functions, too many variables for too many functions, too many variables for for too many syntaxes. So it can make you it can make a confusion. It can make a confusion if you run your program. It can cause an error. Okay, if you have too many variables. Okay, so what programmers do is what you call the variable overrides. So I will just clear everything first in the command window, then declare all. Okay, so for example, I have x is equals to 4. Then, okay, I will make a quotation mark. Then I have x sub 1 or x underscore 1. The proper naming or the proper technique of naming in computer programming is use underscores. Okay, so example, x underscore 1 is equals to 5. Then x underscore 2 is equals to 6. Okay, let's say you already used all the numbers, or you are very tired using all the numbers. Let's say you are already in x underscore 30 and you can't figure out other number. Okay, so let's say x, oh sorry, I used space. Okay. If you're using underscore, don't make a space. Okay, so let's say you're tired of using too high numbers for your variable x. Okay, so what you can do is what you call the variable override. So I will show you what is a variable override. Okay, you have x is equals to 4. So if I display x is equals to 4, if I display x, if I display x, sorry, again, x, okay, we will have the answer, which is 4. F5, okay, but you don't want to use another higher numbers, higher than 30 for your program. or you don't want to use 31 for, let's say, you don't want to use 31 x is equals to 31, x equals x underscore 31 for uh, 34 plus x. Okay, you don't want to use this you don't want to use sorry, don't want to use this. Okay, x underscore 31. Then add the x to whatever x underscore 31 has. What you can do is to override. Okay, let's make this a comment, then another comment. You don't want this. Like, you don't want this. Okay, you will override x by by uh, by putting x to another variable which is also x. Okay? So for example, you want to add 34 to x. So put the 34 plus x to the variable x. Okay, that's very easy. What will happen here is 34 will be added to x, where x is equals to 4. Now, because the variable again that you will put the 34 plus x is also x, what will happen is the new value of x will override the old value of x. Okay? So in our workspace, x is equals to 4. Now, if we run this, I will not make a display function again. I will just CLCDs, then F5. Okay? We will have 34 plus 4 is equals to 38. Now, the value of x is 38. Okay? From our workspace, it is not 4 anymore. It is 38. But x is equals to 4 is also printed because I did not put some semicolon for display x. Okay? Therefore, x is still displayed. Okay? And in programming, the sequence of event will depend on the sequence of your codes per line. Okay? So this is what is happening first, then second, then third, then fourth. So this is not included. Then display x, it will happen after x underscore 30 is equals to 45. Then display the value of x. Okay, so that's why x equals 4 is printed. Then the last thing will happen is 34 plus x, which is 34 plus 4. Then the new value of x will be overrided by 34 plus x. So now it is equals to 38. Okay? So that's what you call variable override. It is used to override variables, okay, to make the variables useful for other functions inside your program. Okay, so I hope you understand this, and I hope you have experience with the variable override from your last programming subject, which is programming one. Okay. So let's clear all. And CLC.